a lot. Okay, your riding posture can make or break how your riding experience is.
Yeah.
So, what was kind of when it, you know, if it came to rough water, you're out of Guadalupe and it's really white capped and it's really blown out, and you're like, okay, I'm in the soup. What was your riding posture? Was there kind of like, okay, my feet are here, my arms are here?
Standing up, straight up, and using your legs as like a suspension.
Okay.
And then I always switch my legs, left to right, just
Oh,
to.
really? You'd stagger. Okay.
Yeah, because you can actually work the ski a little bit to make it go over the waves and jump and whatever, or throw it in the air one way because you get pitched the opposite way or whatever. But when on like Guadalupe in the biggest surf, you're ever going to race in endurance, that's all a stamina thing. So you kind of just have to figure out how to be comfortable and be able to make it through without overheating and dying or whatever happens out there. I mean, it's pretty crazy. That's probably the hardest race you could ever. I wish they still did it, but
yeah. Well, I mean, we know what happened with Francis at Carriaget, and so that's a really rough one.
It's a bad thing. I mean, you really have to be prepared for a race like that. And
yeah, it's pretty gnarly.
I'll
tell you this: some of the best advice I ever got when it came to offshore was from Mike Fulmer. Remember Mike?
Yeah,
and Chief, and but Fulmer. I remember it was the banquet after a Catalina, and I'm sitting there just rubbing my forearms, and he comes over and he goes, "Arm pump?" And I go, "Yeah," and he goes, "Guaranteed you're white knuckled." He goes, you need to force yourself to loosen up your grip because the arm pump is going to just wear you out. And it was that, and it was Gerner screaming at me. He goes, let your knees do all the work. He goes, if you can loosen up, you'll be groovy.
Yeah. Yeah, because the skis kind of do what they're going to do anyway. You can't move 1,000-pound sled.
No.
So you just let it roll and figure out how you can be loose.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, there's times at Catalina where, I'm a left-hander, so my left foot's always forward. I'm goofy.
Okay.
Well, that foot in the front would start falling asleep, so I'd have to switch to the right. Well, I wasn't really comfortable at that time running right.
Okay.
That way, so I'd have to switch in between, and then as soon as I saw some competition or something, I'd always go back to my left, and then I could.
Okay.
I felt like the ski was faster that way, and maybe it was, but you have to be able to move and relax, in that endurance type of racing, which is really hard to do. I know white knuckles. I mean, it'll get you. There's times.
Well, it's because again, you're in that race mentality. You're in that mentality. So you're just like go. You're willing the ski to go faster. You're feeling. That emotion is manifesting in exertion, and so you literally have to stop and go. Obviously you're rotating your fingers to keep the throttle pinned, but other than that, you're like, I have to let myself take the tension out of my hands, or it's gonna go all the way up your arm, and you're gonna start getting lactic acid in your arms, and all of a sudden, but you're halfway to the island, and you're like, my arms are gone.
Yeah, and you still have halfway back.
Yeah, you're screwed, dude. You're like, oh man. You're like, this ain't gonna lay down. This is gonna get worse on the way back, and I'm already, I'm already wasted. So yeah, that was, again, as much as this, you have to have your ski dialed and you physically dialed, you also have to be mentally dialed. Hey guys, thanks for hanging out. This clip was taken from our weekly podcast that we record here every Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to watch the whole video, you can go to the Watercraft Journal's YouTube channel, go to playlists, and then click on live sessions. You're going to see it there. Otherwise, go ahead and leave a like, a comment, and definitely subscribe to the channel. It helps us grow. And again, thanks again for watching our videos, and we hope to see you soon.